What's up, you guys? It's Lawrence. Welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button, that bell. Please hit the thumbs up. Please share, like, subscribe, do all of that. But real quick, we're going to get into this Bow Wow and Soulja Boy versus, yo. Like, I had a really good time.
Tell me, yeah. So tell me, are you ready? So tell me, are you ready for me? So tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready?
Alright, with this Bow Wow and Soulja Boy versus, we just gonna run through these rounds. I don't want this to be a 30-minute video. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but let's just get to it. The first round, She Make It Clap versus Jumpin' Jumpin'. Now, we all know Jumpin' Jumpin' wins. Bow Wow took that first round. Now, first of all, I'm gonna just say this. I am a Bow Wow fan. I like both of these dudes. I remember when they both came out. My sister had both of their CDs. I wasn't buying them, but she bought them. And she played them in the morning before school, and we were getting ready to walk out the door. So that's how I was introduced to Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, and I was introduced to him as Lil Bow Wow. So and he came out like in '99, and or made his album debut in 2000. But he was doing things in like the late '90s, and as a little kid, he did some things with Snoop Dogg. He say he was a part of Death Row. He probably was. I really believe that he was, because he was around that crowd. So it only makes sense. But yeah, I'm a Bow Wow fan. Man, I remember when, I'm from LA. If anybody from LA, you know that if this was 2000 or 2002, that you can go to the Slauson Swap Meet and go get you a Lil Bow Wow poster. When I tell you, every girl in my church had a Lil Bow Wow poster. One of my aunties from the church had a sleepover. I'm the only boy, of course, so I'm just sitting there looking crazy. But all of the girls, she take all the girls to the swap meet to get whatever they want. And of course they stop at the little hut where all the posters are, and I'm telling you, each one of them girls grabbed a little Bow Wow poster. It was like at least 5 different posters that we had in that truck that day. Oh my, it was so many of them they couldn't keep up. They would start to break them. It was crazy. But my sister kept hers, and I remember her hanging that up. I believe I had some pictures of like that poster on the wall. We used to hang a lot of posters on our walls as kids. But anyway, round 2. Bow Wow took that first round fair, because that Jumpin' Jumpin' was hot. That's when like Lil Bow Wow was like at his peak, and everybody wanted a Lil Bow Wow on the track as a feature. So Bow Wow takes the first round. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow round 2. Turn on My Swag by Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown's Run It. Now, Turn My Swag On by Soulja Boy, that's real easy. Turn My Swag On, that was easy. See, I remember when that came out too. Turn My Swag On. I remember being at school with my friends trying to learn the little dances that Soulja Boy used to come up with. I remember Turn My Swag On, and I remember Carrie Hilson doing a remix to that. That was definitely much bigger than Chris Brown's Run It remix. The regular Run It was doing well on its own. So, fairly, Soulja Boy takes that. He's the winner. Round 3, you got Sammy Kiss Me Through the Phone featuring Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow's Bounce With Me featuring Escapes. Did y'all know that was Escape singing the hook to Bounce With Me on that Bow Wow song? That's probably like half of the group of Escape, because like at that time they were like, but hey, it says Escape. Personally, I wanted Bow Wow to win because I love that song Bounce With Me. That's like one of my personal favorites. That boom, 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 boom. That beat alone is it's still fire to this day. It still gives me like hype. But Soulja Boy fairly took that round, as everyone is saying. Kiss Me Through the Phone. Okay, round 4, Soulja Boy's Pretty Boy Swag versus Bow Wow's R. Kelly, I'm a Flirt. Now, I feel like Pretty Boy Swag should have won, because I remember when Pretty Boy Swag came out and how that was a big thing. R. Kelly's I'm a Flirt, the original Flirt, was doing well without Bow Wow, but I'm sure he was added to that. But again, Bow Wow wins that round. Round 5, you got Soulja Boy, Nicki Minaj, She Make It Clap remix versus Bow Wow's Chris Brown's Jonta Austin's Shorty Like Mine. Man, Shorty Like Mine. Do y'all remember that song? I love that song. Man, Shorty Like Mine. Do y'all remember that song? I love that song. I remember that song. Addicted to How We Kick It. I think that was a fair round. They said Bow Wow won. Fairly, he wins that round, because Shorty Like Mine was the jam. So, round 6, Soulja Boy, he plays She Makes It Clap again, remixed with French Montana's version. And you got Bow Wow featuring Snoop Dogg, That's My Name. That Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Now that is the jam right there. Now round 6, who wins that round? Well, Bow Wow wins that round. It says Bow Wow wins that round. Fairly Bow Wow wins that round. Bow Wow's That's My Name is way bigger than both of She Make a Clap. I remember when that song came out, just the beat alone. Round 7, Soulja Boy's Yah versus Bow Wow's and Birdman's Let's Get Down. That was the jam. I believe I had a couple of Bow Wow singles, and that was one of them. That was one of them that I had. Bow Wow wins that round fairly. Round 8, you got I Got Me Some Maybelline. I Got Me Some Maybelline. Oh my gosh. Bow Wow featuring Omarion's Girlfriend. Soulja Boy takes that round because I remember when that song came out, it made me want to get some shoes like that. Like, I was trying to, my cousin had all the flyest gear, all the fresh gear. I wasn't really trying to be fresh. There was just certain things that I liked when it came out, and that was one of them. I think I had a pair. I feel like I had a pair of them shoes. Soulja Boy wins that round. Round 9, Soulja Boy, Charlotte Lowe, and Gucci Mane's Gucci Bandana versus Bow Wow's Take You Home. Freaking Take You Home. Take You Home better win. I feel like Take You Home wins, and you got it. Absolutely. Take You Home by Bow Wow wins. I said, little Bow Wow, you just don't know the way you move so fast across the floor. No, but serious though. Serious. But serious stuff. Round 10, you got Soulja Boy's Dunk featuring Huey, Bow Wow, T-Pain's Pop Lock and Drop It. So, that Pop Lock and Drop It, all of my cousins was doing that dance. If you have female cousins in your family, and they were the ages between 13 and 17, they was doing that dance. Even some of them youngers was doing. But everybody knew what to do when that song came on, especially the females. Now, that Pop Lock and Drop It, that reminds me like the Stilettos era. The Stilettos pumps in the club. You know, that ATL era of like hip hop during like 2004 and 5 and 6. You know, that's what that reminds me of. But Soulja Boy won that round. He wins with Dunk. Round 11, you got Nicki Minaj featuring Soulja Boy, Yes Bish, featuring Bow Wow's Basketball. Now, I'm a Bow Wow fan true at heart because I lived with a Bow Wow fan. Now, I remember when Like Mike came out. Now, if you were around when Like Mike came out, and you heard Bow Wow's Basketball, and you saw the video, and you requested on 106 in Park, today hearing that song, you got up out your seat when they played that song. Even if you was at home in your bed, you got up out your bed, and you got up to dance to Basketball by Bow Wow. Let's not play. Let's give him his flowers. Let's give him his orchids. Let's give him all of what he needs, all of what he wants. Because basketball is his favorite sport. All right, y'all. But seriously, though, round 11, I feel like Bow Wow wins. And what do you know? He is the winner. Because that was the jam. All right, round 12, we have Roscoe Dash, All the Way Turned Up with Soulja Boy. And you have Jermaine Dupri's Where the Party At remix. I feel like Where the Party At remix should win because that's where I came from. I grew up with that song. I remember when that song dropped. It was a hot summer. I believe Alicia Keys was popping at the time. The hottest toy on the market was the Brandy doll, if you will. This was like early 2000s. Everything was just really shifting and creating the culture that we all pretty much drool over now. So, round 12, the winner is Soulja Boy because I do remember All the Way Turned Up being a thing and it being played everywhere. Like, it was just a really big deal. So, fairly it wins because it's like the most current, hit, but my favorite is the Where the Party At remix. Round 13, you got Trey Songz, Soulja Boy, Gucci Mane with LOL versus Bow Wow's Out of My System. I feel like Out of My System should win. The winner is Soulja Boy, but I feel like Out of My System should win because I remember when that song came out and how much it was being played. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of these rounds so far and who's winning? Do you think these are fair rounds, especially if you watch the Verzuz? Were you like, okay, that was a fair round, that was cool, or what made you get out of your seat for real? Because I know these Bow Wow songs really had me going like, what? Had me like reminiscing, like I forgot about that song. But not forgot, but you know how you haven't listened to something in a while and you go, wow, I haven't listened to that in a while. And that I used to jam to that. So round 13, Soulja Boy is the winner. Round 14, Soulja Boy's Let Me Get 'Em versus them Franchise Boys featuring Bow Wow. I Think They Like Me. I feel like Bow Wow fairly took that round, and he is the winner. Bow Wow fairly takes round 14 with I Think They Like Me on that remix, because that was so hot when that came out. Round 15, you got Soulja Boy's We Made It featuring 3 6 Mafia versus Bow Wow's Project Pat Side to Side remix. I don't remember Side to Side. I'm not going to even front. This is my favorite part of the show, and I feel like this is probably why it's a tie. It's the part where Lil Romeo is brought out on the stage, because that's something we wanted. I wanted the Verzuz to be Lil Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. In the first place, I didn't really want it to be Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. I didn't think that made sense, but it totally makes sense because Bow Wow's mid-2000s leg of his career, him and Soulja Boy was going neck to neck. Now, if this was like based on Bow Wow's early career, then we can talk about how, you know, Bow Wow and Lil Romeo were always pinned together. But to be honest, I couldn't see a Verzuz being done without Lil Romeo making a cameo, being mentioned, or something. Because it's like, when you think of Lil Bow Wow, you always think of Lil Romeo. You always will. There were the two little boys with the I don't want to call them cornrows, because that's not what you call the braids that they had. They had like designs. They had like zigzags in their braids. There's a certain term that we use. It'll come to me later, but y'all know my POCs. Y'all know what it's called, but it's like basically just braids with designs. And they used to get like the zigzags and the twisties, and they would wear their hair out. They were the cute boys with the hair. So you just cannot think of one and not think of the other. So, but it's a tie. Lil Romeo played Two Way. Bow Wow played Fresh As I'm Is, which was his diss track towards Lil Romeo. But it was all good when they came on the stage. It was all love. I loved when Lil Romeo and Bow Wow and Soulja Boy all came together. I loved how they was all wilding, really, and just joking and having a good time. So, round 17, you got Soulja Boy's Crank That featuring Bow Wow's Omarion, Let Me Hold You. Let Me Hold You is my personal favorite. I feel like it should have won over Crank That. Crank That could have been played earlier in the round over another song, like we playing that song that he played twice. That was just unnecessary, but still, everyone feels like Crank That Soulja Boy won because it was just how impactful it was, because the way that Soulja Boy pretty much entered, he made the song, you know, out of a house studio pretty much, and he put it on MySpace, his own social media page, and blew up. He was one of the first to really do that, to really put a song out on MySpace, to put a song on his social media page, and have the internet pretty much make it into what it is today. And that's really powerful. There was no machine behind that. That was just Soulja Boy's mind, writing his lyrics and putting in the work, recording it until it was right, getting it mixed, copywriting his stuff, doing what he had to do, putting it out, and just seeing what the world thought about it. I really feel like that was his process. But you guys get my point. I digress. I think that he was one of the first to do that, if I'm not mistaken. And I have to really give it to him for making Crank That such an iconic song. And it was kind of a movement, because you had everybody wearing the big chains, the big old shorts, the hat to the side, putting white out on their glasses, all that kind of stuff. Man, it was a phenomenon. I wasn't doing none of that stuff, but I was still bobbing my head and vibing with the song, because I had my own style. But, you know, it's not about me right now. But Soulja Boy, he won that round 17. Personally, I feel like Bow Wow has the wider catalog because it's been out longer, which makes sense. Bow Wow is still my personal favorite. Everybody feels like the final score that Bow Wow won 11 to 9.5. It doesn't even matter. The final score is Bow Wow is the people's champ. Bow Wow is the score champ, and it was a pretty good Verzuz. But again, Verzuz isn't to put two of our brothers and sisters together. Verzuz is to celebrate the music and the memories and the moments that we've had with these tracks and with these albums and with these artists. So to just sit there and absorb Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, and then have Lil Romeo brought out on stage, and you know, it was just a really good Verzuz. And I look forward to Bow Wow and the Soulja Boy tour. I really think they can do something. I really like the chemistry between them two. I like how that was kiki and ha-ha and laughing and joking with one another and bagging on each other, but they're, you know, they're brothers at the end of the day. So I'm really here for it. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about the Verzuz, and what you guys thought about the Verzuz, what your favorite part was, what the highlights were, and any questions and comments that you have, put them below. I want to talk to you. Talk to me. But I'll see you guys in my next video on my BET Awards review. Peace.